Hello, citizens, and welcome back. This is our match preview for Man City vs Southampton. I'm back from a short break. If you're wondering where I went during the Sparta Prague game, I went to the Lake District, but I'm back. So this is our preview. Make sure to hit like, hit subscribe. Let's jump into it. So Man City against Southampton. Look, let's not get it mixed up. Let's not beat around the bush here. Usually I'll say if it's a tough game, especially if you're playing a team battling down there at the bottom of the table. But let's be real for a second. We should be winning this game regardless of who Pep puts on the pitch. And we should be winning this game by 3, 4, or even 5 goals as well. I mean, you look at Southampton, they've had a terrible start to the season. I think they've only got 1 point. They're down at the bottom of the table alongside Wolves. But that being said, their manager did say yesterday that they've got a game plan. He intends to come out and they're going to try and play for the win. Does that mean they're going to sit back with all 11 players on the edge of the box like everyone else does at the Etihad? Or are they going to try and attack us? Well, we'll find out. And I tell you what, the reason teams don't try and attack us is because when a game's nice, open, and expansive, and it's back and forwards, I'd always rate City to score a lot of goals. I mean, we are capable of conceding. We've seen that this season. We've seen it a lot this season. We do not keep clean sheets, not that often anyway. So Southampton do have an opportunity to score goals. I mean, you look at it; they've scored in the last 5 games, including 2 goals in the last one. But they're just not winning. They're not picking up points. And they even got battered by United 3-0 at home. And let's be honest, United are going to finish on a minus goal difference. So this is a game where we could possibly fill our boots in. And this is a game where, again, if you're not scoring 3, 4, or even 5, you're coming away from it disappointed. But I'll always say that any team playing against us will get a chance, particularly with our high line. The way we're defending at the moment, they will get 1, 2, or even 3 chances. And I'd expect them to take at least one of them. So will we keep a clean sheet? Probably not. Will we score goals? You'd like to think so. But how is it going to play out? Look, if we're going to score 3, 4, 5 goals in this game, and if we're going to make it a little bit easier for ourselves, we can't concede first like we've had a habit of doing this season. We cannot start the game slow. And in fairness, we don't actually always start the game slow. We just concede first very early on in every single game we seem to play in the league. We can't do that this time around. We have to start better and we have to get an early goal. We have to start on the front foot and we can't let ourselves go behind, because any team you go behind against at the Etihad, they're going to then sit back and just defend like Arsenal did with all 11 players inside their own box, although it was 10 in the second half for them. But they're going to defend and it's going to be brutal and we're going to be caught in tight spaces. We're going to get frustrated and you just don't know how the game's going to play out after that. We have to start front foot. We have to get the first goal. And if we don't, well, there's something wrong, because Pep's got to sort it out. He really does. Look at the game last week against Wolves, which I think is going to be a tougher game than what this one should be. I mean, you look at Wolves and you look at Southampton. I expect Wolves to stay up. I do expect Wolves to get points on the board. They've had a tough start to the season. They played some very tough games. They were unlucky against us last week. We got that last second goal through Johnny Stones. But, I mean, it's a goal we probably deserve. But if it was a draw, again, I wouldn't have argued against it, really. I expect Wolves to do well. Southampton are probably going to finish bottom of the table. They're going straight back down. There's no second thing about it. They're going straight back down. And I think even their fans would say they're going back down. So if they score first, it's going to be an absolute disaster for us, because they're just going to make it horrible for us. They're going to time waste. That's why I hate to see the Etihad, and that's why I think a lot of people say that we're boring. Because teams will score first against us and then it'd be 0-0 after the first half hour, and they just start to time waste upon time waste, and it just gets repetitive, it gets dull, it gets boring, it sends everyone to sleep in the crowd. And once the crowd starts to fall asleep, the energy drops on the pitch. So anything can happen after that. But we score first. We start well, like we did against Sparta Prague. We get an early goal in the opening 5-10 minutes. Floodgates can open, and that's when we should be playing our best. And that's when everyone will be confident and everyone will want to be on the ball. Hopefully the goals will start flowing as well if they start to chase. So fingers crossed that happens. Who's Pep going to play? Look, it's got to be Ederson in goal. It's always going to be Ederson in goal. In defense, Lewis, right back, maybe. I mean, he loves playing that at the moment because he loves the way him and Vardy get forward together and make the pitch all narrow in midfield. So you look at them, then you get Diaz, and I think he favours Stones over Akanji at the moment. I really do. I mean, Stones is coming to the team. Defensively, he's doing all right, but he's getting the goals, and that's the important thing. He's getting goals. I mean, at the moment, you could argue our defence is the best part of the team, even though they're letting in goals because they're the ones scoring them in the league. Him and Vardy will be massively important to us this season, both defensively and attacking-wise as well. So, yeah, look at that. Look at that as a back five. The midfield, again, I'd say Kovacic in there. I think when Rodri's out, we can't afford to not play Kovacic in that CDM role. And in front of him, it's got to be Foden to start. Gundogan alongside him, more than likely. Bernardo on the right. Left-hand side, Grealish, Haaland up front. But if he wants to put Bernardo in the middle, I don't think he'll rest Foden, maybe bring him on the second half because he gave him the starting berth against Sparta Prague. Then play Savinho on the right and Bernardo in the middle alongside Gundogan. But for me, play Foden. He's the most creative player we've got. Stick him in there. I mean, even drop Gundogan because I don't even think Gundogan's had a great start since he's come back to us. But Bernardo alongside him in the middle and Savinho on the right. I'm okay with that as well because this is a game. Pretty much every game in the Etihad is all about tight spaces and how well we work them tight spaces. And if you look at our forward players, Grealish is someone who can hold on the ball in tight spaces and create a little bit of an opening to cross the ball or get past his man. And Savinho's the same. He's very good. He can go right, he can go left, cut inside, go on the outside. He can cross with his right or his left. And he's the type of player as well who can create something in tight spaces. I don't think Doku is that person. Bernardo, again, he's quite good at it because he keeps the ball so close to him and it's tough to get the ball off him. He's got a good center of balance. So again, one of those three, basically. Savinho, Grealish, and Bernardo has to be able to play out wide. It can't be anyone else out wide for me in this one. And in the middle, Foden as well. He's good in tight spaces on the turn. And that's why Rico Lewis will probably likely play. Even if Walker was fit, he'd probably play at the right back position because, again, he's capable of turning, getting the ball forward, looking up, and delivering a decent pass and through ball. So, yeah, that's the team he's likely to go with. And with Haaland back in the goals against Sparta Prague, which was nice to see, a ridiculous first one. Yeah, he's going to want to score goals in this one because, yeah, he's not scored in the league for a couple of games now. He's massively important to us. And the sooner he gets back on the goal trail, the sooner these games become much more easier for us. Because when you haven't got De Bruyne, when we didn't have Foden as well, and when you're missing players, important players, like Rodri as well. So we're basically missing our main three midfielders. You need Haaland to be scoring them goals to make it easier on the team and give that team full of confidence knowing that he's in fine form. And when he's not scoring goals and them three are missing, it just makes the game a bit of a slog. And it just makes the game that tiny bit more difficult and gives the opposition more confidence as well. And that's why I said if you score first, drill that out of them, drill that out the away fans, drill that out their defence. It could be a long day for Southampton. And that's what I want. I want a long day for Southampton, not a long day for us. And that's it. That's the match preview. Thanks for watching. As always, really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like, hit subscribe. Join us on Twitter as well. I'm trying to post on there more often. And also join us on TikTok because the last couple of games, including the Arsenal game, I've gone live at the game. And I've been showing the match live my seat. And yeah, against Arsenal, we got 3 goals in there. We got the City goal in the first half. We got both Arsenal goals as well. And yeah, should join us for that because I'm going to start doing that more often. And I'm thinking of doing it in the Southampton game as well. So join us on TikTok at 9320citizens too. Thanks very much for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe. And yeah, have a nice weekend. And if I don't see you on TikTok, join me back here for the match reaction tomorrow afternoon when I get home. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.